Let's be honest. We've all been there. You've got a PDF, you need to do something that should be simple with it, but you just can't. The PDF is pretty much the gold standard for sharing documents professionally, but man, it can also be a huge headache. So today, we're going to break down how to conquer those common document challenges and really take back control. Has this ever happened to you? You're on a roll, you've got a tight deadline, everything is going great, and then, bam, you hit a wall, a PDF wall. And just like that, your entire workflow grinds to a halt. It's a super frustrating and honestly a universal part of getting work done these days. And that frustration, it shows up in so many different ways, right? It's that classic, this file is too large to send error from your email. It's opening a 50-page scan and realizing page 12 is completely sideways. Or maybe you have to sign an urgent contract, but you're nowhere near a printer. And my personal favorite, you're trying to grab a quote from a research paper, but the text just refuses to be copied. These aren't just little annoyances, they are genuine productivity killers. And this really gets to the heart of the PDF paradox. See, its greatest strength, locking down the formatting so a document looks the same on any device, is also its biggest weakness. It preserves the look of the document perfectly, but in doing so, it often locks up the content, making really simple tasks surprisingly difficult and time-consuming. But what if you could just get rid of all that friction? What if there was a way to handle all of those frustrations all in one single place? Well, that's the whole idea behind modern online PDF toolkits. They're designed to be a comprehensive, super user-friendly way to take back control. We're going to look at some common tools you'd find in a kit like this, using some examples from a platform called customizedpdf.com. All right, let's start with one of the biggest challenges: getting your information out of a PDF and into a format you can actually use. This is all about unlocking your content and making it work with your other tools. So tools like these are basically the bridge between different file types. You can rip the raw text out of a PDF for a report, or you can take a bunch of photos and compile them into a single clean portfolio. And here's one that's super useful, especially for researchers: web page to PDF. It creates a perfect static snapshot of a live website that you can save for offline reference. It is an incredible way to archive your sources. Okay, next up, let's talk about taming the chaos. This next set of tools is all about taking those big, messy, or just plain disorganized files and whipping them into shape with some order and professionalism. This is where you really get to take control. You can compress that huge file so it finally fits in an email. Or you can merge 3 separate reports into one master document. And for those scanned files, being able to rearrange and rotate pages with a click, it's an absolute lifesaver. It turns a jumbled mess into something clean and actually readable. And you might think this stuff is complicated, but it's really not. This just shows how simple these tools can be. Fixing a document that was scanned out of order isn't some big technical headache anymore. It's literally as easy as uploading the file, dragging the little page thumbnails into the right order, and hitting download. Done. So we've converted our files, we've organized them. Now let's check out how we can actually edit them and add that professional polish, all without needing to buy expensive desktop software. This is where you can really make your document shine. You can add page numbers to a long report in seconds, making it look professional and easy to navigate. You can protect your work by stamping it with a confidential watermark, and if you're working with a team, annotation tools let you add notes and highlights right on the file for everyone to see. This quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the magic of a digital signature tool. Especially now with so much remote work, that old clunky process, print the document, find a pen, sign it, then hunt for a scanner, it's a massive bottleneck. A tool like this just eliminates that whole dance, saving you time, paper, and a whole lot of sanity. And finally, let's talk about something that is absolutely critical when you're managing documents: security. In a world where data privacy is everything, you've got to have the right tools to protect your sensitive information. So here, we're really looking at the two sides of the same coin: access control. You'd use a protect tool to encrypt a sensitive file, think a financial report or a contract, so that only people with the password can even open it. Then, on the flip side, if you have a protected file and you do have the password, an unlock tool strips that protection away to make it easy to share more widely. Now, this is really important to understand. Redaction is way more than just drawing a black box over some text. True, proper redaction is the permanent and completely unrecoverable removal of that data right from the document's code. This is absolutely essential for things like legal documents, where you have to share the file but guarantee sensitive data can never, ever be exposed. And the best part is, the process is often incredibly simple. You just highlight the sensitive info, click to apply the reduction, and save the new, secure version. It makes a tool that used to be only for high-end legal software way more accessible for all of us who just need to handle sensitive information safely. So, when you put it all together, the advantage of a unified toolkit is crystal clear. Instead of jumping between a bunch of different apps, having one central spot to convert, compress, edit, and secure your documents gives you total control and makes you so much more efficient. And it's all right there in your web browser. And that brings us to the final question. Now that you know what's possible, I want you to think about the last time a PDF totally stopped you in your tracks. With all these tools at your fingertips, what document challenge are you going to solve first?